Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to showcase the team that I have been exclusively playing in Spring Cup. I think I have like 150 battles, maybe even more across my accounts. And this team, honestly, it's so good. There are so many team compositions which you just RPS, you just win by team comp, and then even in situations where you are not necessarily favored team comp wise, I was able to often overcome bad situations and win the game anyway. My win rate currently is 78%. I got my rating on my main account today, and I think we are at like 2,400. I think I got like 2,390 or something, and then I was able to play one more set. And yeah, the team is, as you are already able to see on the screen, Obama Snow in the lead. I think Obama Snow is probably the best lead, and I feel like also a very underrepresented Pokemon in Spring Cup for how good it is. I'm playing Weather Ball. I don't think there's any reason to play Icy Wind in this cup. There are not that many neutral matchups where you would really need it, and Weather Ball just with the better pacing, getting into it faster, also being able to outpace Roserade. Roserade reads 5 to the Weather Ball. You need 4 for the second. So then of course Energy Ball. Then we have Jelly Sand with Hex, Surf, Shadow Ball. There's no surprise. And then something that catches a lot of people off guard, Poliwrath. No, but the moveset. We are running obviously Counter, we're running Icy Wind for the coverage against grass Pokemon, and then Dynamic Punch. And I'm gonna tell you something, this is so good in this cup. You are able to flip the switch if your opponent brings in a Lantern as your Poliwrath safe swap response, because nobody shields. You are gonna do massive damage to Ferrothorn, which they also often do not respect it. You are doing a lot versus Andolon, versus Dugong, and it just has been great all around. And there isn't really a need for Scald, because most things are gonna be resisting Scald anyway. So here we go. First, this is not a good lead, but with Andolon in the lead, they often do not have a Jelly Sand or a Tentacruel because they would be so weak to Lantern, which often means that my Poliwrath is kinda safe to safe swap. And we're getting met by Tropius right here, and Poliwrath with the Icy Wind is able to do double super effective damage. I am shielding their move. We get the second Icy Wind off, and I have the impression that I'm gonna be able to counter them down before they reach another move. My opponent also didn't have the greatest timing, so Poliwrath being able to flip switch, and this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. They come in, they expect an Icy Wind, and boom. Look at this, the Ferrothorn, it's just gone. It's just gone. And in comes the Poliwrath, it's the last mon. We throw an Icy Wind. Unfortunate for you. And yeah, it's just like that. Poliwrath was carrying me through this battle, and this has happened a lot. I've had a lot of battles where Dynamic Punch was very crucial for winning the game. We finish off this Andolon with a Energy Ball. We don't even need to show them our third Pokemon. Next up, Trevenant. This is a very good lead, because it's strong against our backline, and often we have a team comp advantage against it. In comes a Dugong. Against Dugong, I never shield the first move, and then I try to throw my Dynamic Punch on CMP with their second charge move. This means I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna have energy left, and I'm also not gonna be too low HP wise, so this Trevenant can't really farm us down. And once again, Poliwrath is just a monster with Icy Wind and Dynamic Punch, being able to hit the grass types back for a lot. And just like that, opponent couldn't even really build up to too much energy because they needed to kind of force the throw. In comes Empoleon, we have our Jellicent left, and in this situation, we're just gonna go for Shadow Ball. There's no need to bait. So yeah, for pretty much all scenarios, Poliwrath is a safe swap, mainly because it's just better versus grass Pokemon. And yeah, just the ability to also debuff your opponent and then potentially farm up and come out with a lot of energy is what really makes it a good safe swap. Opponent switches out right here. They kinda have to do something, but nothing is really gonna make them come back from this situation. Here comes an energy ball, and there's just gonna be KOing damage. So here we go, Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn lead is not great, or is also not too bad. Mainly you're gonna see Flash Cannon and Mirror Shot. A few of them have Thunder, but I think that is not exactly what you want. So Flash Cannon, after 6, you have to respect. It's gonna do so much damage, and more often than not, there's Water Pokemon in the back, which your Abomasnow will have a good time against. So I respect it. I do shield. And right here, opponent shields, and I am gonna do a catch. The second Flash Cannon is 5, and we are successfully catching it right here. And in comes Tentacool. This is fine. We are gonna be able to debuff them. Tentacool is one of the worst matchups for Poliwrath, but because most of the Tentacools are carrying Acid Spray and Scald, unlike this one, they are not able to deal too much damage with the charge move, which is gonna be an upside for Poliwrath, being able to debuff the Tentacool a lot. And as you can see, there's not much damage that they do with the Scald after this. Right here, I immediately switch into my Abomasnow, knowing that I have residual energy. I'm gonna lose the CMP time right here, but as I said, Weather Ball, the second, or I guess also the fourth, is gonna be only 4 Powder Snows, and we're gonna be able to outpace them right here. And yeah, that is just game over. Tentacool comes in, but it's not gonna do anything, and also the Ferrothorn was energy dry. It's gonna be fainting to the Shadow Ball right here. So Roserade is also a fine lead. I usually try to attempt to CMP tie on their first, like throw right away. It makes me vulnerable to catches, but I don't want to go down a shield without threatening to knock out the Roserade. And right here, I wait a turn because I don't want them to catch the move. And then I switch to my Jellicent, knowing that they would end up farming me down if I don't switch out. I do shoot a Weather Ball, but I know that they will not be able to reach a Weather Ball and Leaf Storm in time. Luckily for my opponent, they make a good catch right here. However, I am still going to be able to get to the Shadow Ball. I don't know why they didn't even attempt to throw the Shadow Ball. My Jellicent has a very high attack, so it's probably gonna win anyway, but they should have at least tried. And in comes Trevenant. This is a little bit scary. I tried to make a catch right here. Doesn't work out, however. So I go into my Abomasnow, And I expect them to do a catch. And they did. And they also threw the weather ball into my Poliwrath. And yeah, this means we're just going to be able to punch them down. And now they're in a unwinnable position because I have a weather ball loaded on my snow tree, kinda. It's not really a snowman, it's a tree, right? This is one of the best leads you can probably get. Because it's doing very little fast damage to you. Once again, I wait a turn right there, I don't want them to catch. And we're just gonna shield. This is a good matchup for us. More shields use doesn't make it better for them. Right here, they switch to Dugong. We are immediately answering it with Poliwrath. They will always outpace us in the first move. But that is fine. And right here they throw Icy Wind, but once again, we CMP tie them on the second charge move. We throw the Dynamic Punch, it will always knock him out, even if you get debuffed by Icy Wind. And we have Residual Energy, and right here comes in the Lantern. I'm trying to CMP tie with them. They throw right away, but they do not. And look at this. Look at how much damage this did. Opponent makes a fancy catch right here. However, it's not really helping them. The Obama Snow is just gonna do too much versus them. They shield right here. And now it's over. They also will realize that right here. Because I will get to an energy ball and knock out the Lantern. So yeah, that's it. Great team. If you are still looking for a team, this has been working absolutely fantastic for me. And basically, Empoleon is one of the leads that you lose, but usually your Poliwrath is kind of safe in the back. They will have Lantern, but you can just throw Dynamic Punch, and that makes it not too bad of a matchup. And the only two Pokemon that I really dislike to see in the lead are Tentacruel, because we're kind of ABA weak to it, and that you still have to switch out into Poliwrath. And what I dislike to see even more is Pelipper. Pelipper lead isn't bad for Obama Snow, but Pelipper is very weak to Lantern, and more often than not, Pelipper comes with two grass Pokemon in the back, and that is just a death sentence for my backline, being double water. I don't think I've won a single game against that type of team, but that's just how it goes. And the majority of my sets have been very positive, lots of 4-1s, 5-0s, and yeah, I mean, I'm still rocking a 78% win rate. That's pretty okay. So let's see what rating this account will come out when I reach rank 20. I think I should probably potentially get that tomorrow, depending on the queue times. It has been tough to find opponents. We've been waiting for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and sometimes even longer. So very few people with that kind of rating, I guess, at this point of the season, the hidden rating that we have. But yeah, I mean, eventually I will get there. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have great sets with this team. Goodbye.